y'all, it's Angela here again at the Chicken Coop, and I am really behind. I have got to get this garlic in the ground. And these are the garlic that I grew and I've saved. I harvested them like May or June of this year, and they've just been sitting in a basket in my kitchen. This is not all of them, but I picked out the biggest heads of garlic that I have. I've done different things throughout the years. I've bought expensive garlic from a garlic grower, and I bought garlic just from the grocery store, and I really can't tell you that I saw any difference in the size of the garlic, the performance of the garlic. It was just the same. So for me, at our homestead, we always try to do things very inexpensively. So I have bought organic garlic at the grocery store, peeled the heads of garlic apart and planted them. And now for the last 2 years, I've saved my own garlic heads for planting. So these are some of the biggest heads. Like, you know, I don't grow like huge, big elephant garlic, but I mean, they're nice size heads. And I do have some that's even smaller than this, but what I do is I save them and I dehydrate them and I grind it up and make a powder, which that is a story for another video, so we'll get to that. But today what we're going to do is we're going to work on pulling these heads of garlic apart and getting them ready for planting. So what you want to do is you want to save the largest cloves of garlic to plant, and you know, peel those off and set those aside. Now as you get to the center part of your head of garlic, your cloves are going to get smaller. So try not to use those smaller heads and only use the bigger heads, because that's what's going to give you a large head of garlic, okay? So like see here, here's a normal average size piece, you know, head of garlic, and then here's the ones that were just right next to it, how much smaller they were. See how much smaller they were? So we want the larger heads to produce a larger head of garlic. So I'll use these smaller heads. Those will be some more that I dehydrate. So what I'm going through here is just picking off these larger cloves for planting. So usually it's the first kind of row around your garlic head. And garlic is so easy to grow. I would highly recommend any first-time gardener to try to plant garlic. It is so easy. And I'm just pulling these apart, and you know, another segment into this video later on, I'm going to show you how I plant them. But it is one of my most successful crops that I grow is my garlic. And it's something that I really love to do and I like to grow. And then I also love making my own garlic powder. So I'm almost to the end of the garlic powder that I did last year. And so it's time to do that. It's time for me to make my own garlic powder. But I wanted to get these cloves off here first, because this is what I need to, these are the ones that I need to plant. And I plant, you know, most of y'all know that I have a raised bed garden that's made out of what we call here in the South syrup tubs. And they are molasses tubs that farmers feed to their cattle, especially during the winter, to supplement their feed. And I get those from farmers, and my garden consists of over 85 of those tubs. And so I plant my garlic in those raised bed tubs. But I plant a lot of garlic, so I'm going to need several of these larger cloves. Last year, my son, we were at a crunch time again. I don't know how I get to be in a crunch time through all this, but I was, and so he kind of helped me plant last year. And I forgot to tell him to make sure to plant them pointy side up, so we had to kind of go back and find them and make sure that he was planting them sunny side up. Pointy side up, I should say. This is a busy week. This is my garden club starts back up this week, and we've been getting ready for that. There's a new president this year for the garden club, so I've been helping her get ready for her first meeting, and then we're also having a workshop. We're having the Texas Monthly Gardener Magazine owner and publisher come and do a seminar, and it's about gardening, and so we've been getting ready for that. So a lot of my extra time has been taken up with that, and then of course we've had my mother-in-law is down here visiting with us on kind of an extended visit, so we've kind of had that to do. We're glad she's here visiting with us though. Of course, you know, it's my grandbabies, it's been back to school. Awana's is starting back up at our church that I'm going to help with this year. So it's just been a really busy time. But it seems like it's always busy, so there's no sense worrying about it being busy. Just got to put your nose to the grindstone and get it all done. It usually all works out. It's kind of like planting onions. So I try to utilize my space as best I can because I do have a limited space. Even though we have 5.5 acres, I don't plow up a big area for my garden because number one, I just couldn't take care of all that, and then number two, I just can't get down on the ground like that anymore. So for me, the raised bed garden is the way to go for me on my homestead. Because we have 5.5 acres, so we could have a way bigger garden, but you know, just because you can have it doesn't mean you can actually take care of it. So that's kind of something that we just don't do, is we have a small enough garden that we can kind of keep up with it. So let me get finished doing all this, and then I will show y'all the next step of planting, and then I'll also show you the steps of how we make our own garlic powder. But that's probably going to be another video, so y'all stay tuned. Hey y'all, we're back out here planting it, and I had just a few minutes. My grandbabies came over and they're going to help me plant this garlic. I've already kind of planted that row right there with the help of my grandbabies.
Yes, and I just helped her do it because I peed on the plant.
You know, little boys, and they've got to pee on everything.
Mama?
All right, listen, I want you to help me, Mama.
No, Mama.
What?
I want to dig. Like in the dirt.
Well, go get a shovel out of the greenhouse. Got my other grandbaby out here. He's helping. He loves the horsies, so he wanted to come see the horsies. So while he's looking for horsies, I thought we could get this garlic planted real quick. So these are my tubs, and we're going to plant this garlic pointy side up and then the flat side down. It's just as easy as that. We're just going to plant it a couple of inches deep, and I usually plant, probably about 7 or 8 in this tub. You see the horses? Where are they? The horses! Call them, Rexton. Where's the horses? Can you call them? The horses! Lexi girl! There she was. Look, she looked up at you. She's looking at you. Hey. So simple, but we're just going to keep going. I have a few more tubs here to get planted.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Love you. Please subscribe our channel.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye now.
Can you tell them, say bye-bye? Say thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Wait, Mama. This thing